It's your boy Hitman D coming at you live with another late night Russell Talk video. Man, yeah, man, I got to get up here tonight, man. I got to talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Main topic of tonight is Liv Morgan. I can't believe her. I can't believe her, man. I'm going to come up here, man, and wait for somebody to hop on, and I'll go ahead and start. I can't believe Liv Morgan. Stephanie made her cry by telling her some false information to her face. I can't believe that. What's up? What's up, Anthony? What's going on, my guy? Hit the like button for me, bro. Hit the like button. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here, man. I got to talk about Liv Morgan. This got to be the main topic of the night. Well, Liv Morgan was in a segment backstage. Raw was okay. All right, I'm pretty good, man. How about yourself? Let's go ahead and get in the topic. Well, Liv Morgan was backstage with Dominic and Michael Cole. Liv Morgan was backstage with you know what I'm saying, Dominic and Michael Cole. She was backstage with Michael Cole, whatnot. So she was asked who she's going to choose between Stephanie Valkyr or Jade Cargill. So she was still beating around the bush, saying she's gonna wait, they on her time whenever she wants to choose who she wants to choose. What I think is, man, what I got to say to that is when Stephanie came back there, Stephanie did a long, intense promo. Stephanie did a long promo in Spanish, and Dominic was, you know what I'm saying, translating everything that Stephanie Valkyrie was saying to Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan was talking over Dom. She was talking over Dom. So, well, I was trying to talk over Dom, but eventually, Dom didn't say nothing else. Dom. So then, what's going on? What's going on, Uber Thanos? Well, anyway, so after Dom shut up, Steph Valkyrie, she did a long promo. She did a long promo to Liv Morgan in Spanish. I didn't understand anything she said. So after Steph Valkyrie was done, then she walked out. Liv Morgan started crying. She started crying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she started crying. So I'm like, hold up. What the fuck did Steph Valkyrie say to Liv Morgan to make her cry? I was very curious. I was very curious about that. I was very curious about that. So I saw what they translated. So what Stephanie said to Liv Morgan in Spanish in that segment, they translated what Stephanie Valkyrie said to Liv Morgan in that segment that made Liv Morgan cry. And I could not believe that shit. Because don't get me wrong, make no mistake about it. I love Stephanie Valkyrie. Stephanie Valkyrie is one for, you know what I'm saying? Yes, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Make no mistake about it. I love Stephanie Valkyrie. Stephanie Valkyrie, you know, yeah, like I said, I love Stephanie Valkyrie. Stephanie Valkyrie is one of my favorite female wrestlers. Make no mistake about it. But I do like Liv Morgan better. Liv Morgan is one of my top favorite female wrestlers. And what Stephanie Valkyrie said to Liv Morgan was a complete reach. That was by far a complete reach. What Stephanie Valkyrie said to Liv Morgan, saying that she was handling everything and all that. So when I saw that, I said, you got to be fucking kidding me. Stephanie said this false information to Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan actually started crying. She actually started crying. So I got mad. Because if anybody know, I know Liv Morgan is one of the hardest dedicated workers in WWE. That's one person, Liv Morgan is one person I would vouch for. And like I said, make no mistake about it. I love Stephanie Valkyrie and all, and she's one of my favorite female wrestlers, but what Stephanie Valkyrie said to Liv Morgan in that segment was a complete reach. It was a complete reach by far. Yeah, Stage Valkyrie one. Yeah, know what I'm saying. Stage Valkyrie one favorite female wrestler, but I like no. Stage Valkyrie one favorite. Know what I'm saying. Stage Valkyrie one favorite female wrestler, but I like Liv Morgan better. Know what I'm saying. So anyway, that was a reach. What's going on, Creature Gamer? What's up? I don't know if you're new here or not, but if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. So yeah, man, I'm sorry. So like I said, man, this is not me turning on Stage Valkyrie. Stephanie Valkyrie is one of my favorite female wrestlers, but I do like Liv Morgan better. Liv Morgan is one of my top favorite female wrestlers. And that got me mad. She actually cried. You actually cried to Stephanie Valkyrie giving you all this false information, gave you that long, intense promo, and everything she said was false. Come on, man. Listen. I've been by Liv Morgan's side by every which of the way. I have been by Liv Morgan's side by every which of the way. I'm one of Liv Morgan's biggest fans. And I watched Liv Morgan grow. I watched Liv Morgan grow. Liv Morgan has been one of my favorites ever since her Riot Squad days, even when she wasn't the best wrestler in the world. Ruby Wright and Sarah Logan, both of them was by far better wrestlers than Liv Morgan, but I still like Liv Morgan better than both of them because I saw the potential. I saw the potential. I saw it all. I saw it all. I'm the one who called it. I said, I'm going to give it to two. I said this way in 2019 about Liv Morgan. I lie to you not. Because it was a picture of Liv Morgan when she used to have the pink hair. This is a wrestling chat. You might be in the wrong chat, man. If you're in the wrong chat, you can step out. That's what the fuck it is. That's what the fuck it is. If you might be in the wrong chat, bro. I do wrestle talk over here. So if you're not in wrestling, you can kindly exit. Won't no trolls be allowed in here. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When Liv Morgan used to have pink hair, when she was with the Riot Squad, y'all probably remember this picture. I don't know if y'all would, but Liv Morgan, she had on the SmackDown Women's Championship then way before Liv Morgan went on her own. She used to have the pink hair. And she was in that picture holding the SmackDown Women's Championship. So I looked at her right then and there. I looked at Liv Morgan right then and there. I said, you know what? I'm going to give it to 2 or 3 years from now. Liv Morgan is going to win that SmackDown Women's Championship. I promise I said this. I lie to you not, I said this. And 3 years later, 2022, where's Money in the Bank? Liv Morgan got it done. Just as I said she was going to do in 2019. Liv Morgan got it done. She got it done. She did exactly what I said she was going to do in 2019. Because like I said, Liv Morgan was my favorite member in Riot Squad when she wasn't even the best wrestler in the world. Once again, Ruby Wright and Sarah Logan was by far better wrestlers than she was. But Liv Morgan still was one of my favorite because like I said, I saw the potential. I saw all the potential in the world in her. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, she went on her own. Had a match against Charlotte Flair. She lost. Came back a year later in 2020. And her in-ring ability did a 360 turnaround. Squash Lana in both matches they had. Although Lana's one of my favorites too, but I like Liv Morgan better. So she squashed Lana in 2 matches they had. So when Liv Morgan came back, and so I saw that her in-ring ability did a 360 turnaround. Not too long after that, Liv Morgan became another one of my top favorite female wrestlers, you know what I'm saying, right next to Alexa Bliss. Liv Morgan became another one of my top favorite female wrestlers, just like Alexa Bliss. And now I like both of them equally. When Liv Morgan came back in 2020, Liv Morgan was grinding. She clawed and scratched her way through every opportunity by earning it. She wasn't handed a damn thing. I don't know what the hell Stephanie Vicure was talking about. Don't know what the hell Stephanie was talking about. That was a complete reach. That was a complete reach. But for Liv Morgan to cry literally blew my fucking mind. Liv Morgan crying literally blew my mind. Because Liv Morgan is a hard worker. Although for the toxic haters that don't want to admit it, she's basically just wrestled Shane Liv Morgan wrestling career, which is kind of hating low key. Exactly, man. I couldn't let Stephanie pass with that shit. I couldn't let Stephanie pass with that. And I'm mad at Liv Morgan for, you know what I'm saying, crying. The hell you crying for? Liv Morgan, one of the hardest dedicated workers in WWE, man. That woman, she earned everything. She never got handed nothing. She earned everything. And you let Stephanie make you cry? What? So I'm gonna go in and say it. Liv Morgan soft. She need to toughen up. How you let somebody make you cry with false information? How the fuck you let somebody make you cry with false information about you? That's wild. That is wild. So man, I had to make this video tonight to go in, man. I had to, man. I had to. Come on now. Come on now, Liv. Liv Morgan won't handle everything. Even a hater gonna probably say she was handed everything, but what the hell was Liv Morgan handed? What can we say? What can somebody say that Liv Morgan ever got handed? What did she ever get handed? We talking about somebody, man, that clawed and scratched her way through every obstacle. Liv Morgan was in grind mode in 2020, 2021, down to 2022. And the grind didn't stop. The grind didn't stop from there. She kept grinding to 2023 to 2024 to 2025. 2024, she won back the women's world title from Becky Lynch. Right, Uber Thanos. Right, man. Right. So Stephanie had to get this work, but so does Liv Morgan, because I can't believe she cried to some false information Stephanie gave her. Now if she wanted to come at somebody like that, what's up, Anthony? I don't know if you're new here or not, but if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the like and subscribe. So yeah, man. Stephanie, I'm sorry. Stephanie had to get this work for telling that down for telling all them damn lies. Nothing but lies every which of the way. The men and women, or both. Well, I tell you both. I have a lot of favorite wrestlers in the male and female. I'll just tell you like 5 of them at the time. My favorite male wrestlers is Sting, Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. My favorite female wrestlers is Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Natalia, Trish Stratus, and Tiffany Stratton. I have more than that, but I just told you just those five or whatever because I have so many of them. And you'll be like, damn, bro, all the wrestlers. So I just told you them five. Sting, Bret Hart, Chris Paul, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio are my five favorites. And Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Natalia, Trish Stratus, and Tiffany Stratton are my five favorite female wrestlers. Okay. But like I said, man, Liv Morgan, one of the hardest workers in WWE. That woman haven't got him the damn thing. Now Stephanie wanted to come at somebody like that. Charlotte Flair would have been the perfect person. That's who she could have came at like that. Now you want to talk about somebody who was handling everything? It's arguably Charlotte Flair. Now that's who she could have came at like that. But Liv Morgan, no, hell no. And I can't believe Liv Morgan cried. I can't believe she cried. Nice, nice. If you didn't watch wrestling tonight, Liv Morgan was in a segment with Stephanie Valkyrie, and Stephanie Valkyrie did a full promo in Spanish, and Liv Morgan cried. But they translated what Stephanie Valkyrie said to her, so I can't tell you everything that they said. But the main thing she said is what I'm going to hell in about. She said Liv Morgan was handling everything, and that shit is not true. Only a hater would agree with Stephanie Valkyrie. Only a hater would agree with everything Stephanie said about Liv Morgan. Only a hater. Only a hater. It seems to me that Stephanie was low key hating if I'm being honest. Cause why would you say all that about Liv? Liv won't hand it shit. Liv was not handed. Liv was not handed shit. She's one of the hardest workers, despite her character. I know how Liv Morgan. I know how Liv Morgan been seducing and dominant and all that kind of shit. But listen, man, when it comes time for Liv Morgan to wrestle in that ring, she wrestles like she wants to be there. She puts in the work. She puts on she puts on some of the greatest matches, and she's a great champion. Nothing about Liv can be denied. Cause I was shocked that Liv Cross like, so what the fuck did Stephanie say this? What the fuck did Stephanie say to Liv Morgan to make her cry? And I say, you know what? I was when I saw it, she everything I said, I know this shit did not make Liv Morgan cry. So I saw that, man. I said, yeah, this is gonna be my main topic of the night. But I'm gonna talk about other topics too. So don't worry. I'm gonna sure talk about Natty and Maxine Dupree too. That's gonna be another one of my main topics. But listen, man, Liv Morgan need to toughen up. Liv Morgan is soft. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the brutally honest truth. Although I'm one of Liv Morgan's biggest fans, and she was my top favorite female wrestler, I gotta tell the brutally honest truth. I don't have none, man. I don't have none. Anyway, Liv Morgan needs to toughen up. She needs to toughen up. How you let somebody make you cry with false information about you? How do you let somebody cry with false information, Liv Morgan? How do you let Stephanie Valkyrie make you cry? How you let Stephanie Valkyrie make you cry with false information? False information. Knowing damn well ain't none of this is true about Liv Morgan by far. Like I said, I watch Liv Morgan grow every which of the way. I watch her grow. I watch her grow every which of the way. I've been a fan of Liv Morgan for almost a decade. I've been a fan of Liv Morgan for almost a decade. And to see her let somebody make her cry through all her achievements that she achieved through the W by clawing and scratching and also about everything that she achieved. And you let Steph Valkyrie make you cry by everything that you rightfully achieved, clawed and scratched your way to the top to be one of the biggest female wrestlers in the women's division today. To be one of the biggest superstars in the women's division today. Yeah, I hope so. I hope she does win the title. I hope Liv Morgan does win the title. But nah, man, Liv Morgan needs to toughen up. Now, somebody that Stacey Valkyrie could have cooked like that is Charlotte Flair. Now, she would have won that Charlotte Flair like that, and I would have saw what they translated what Stacey Valkyrie said to Charlotte Flair in that segment, and Charlotte Flair cried. I would have laughed my ass off. I would have laughed my ass off because the shit is true. Everything is true. Everything, you know what I'm saying, is true. So if that was Charlotte that she would have went at like that, and I would have saw what they translated on Facebook to make Charlotte Flair cry, I would have laughed anyway. She made Charlotte Flair, you know what I'm saying, cry, you know what I'm saying, period. But as soon as I would have saw them translate what she said on Facebook to make Charlotte Flair cry, oh, I really would have laughed my ass off. I really would have laughed my ass off. Because it all would have been facts. It would have been facts. It would have been facts. I'm gonna ignore that comment, man. I'm gonna ignore that comment. I'm definitely far from a punk ass, but okay, all right. All right, Mo. All right, whoever it is with a muscular profile picture. I know it's not really you. Probably some punk ass looking Webster dude behind that picture. Okay, okay, keyboard warrior. I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna argue with you. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, you don't like what I'm talking about. You connect to my channel, man. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna not stop. Man, now I'm not gonna argue with I'm not gonna argue with your silly ass, man. Go on somewhere. Go on somewhere. Anyway, y'all. So yeah, man. Liv Morgan needs to toughen up. She needs to toughen up. She needs to toughen up. How you let somebody make you cry with false information? I mean, what did Liv Morgan ever get handed? What did I mean? What? Please, y'all. Somebody clue me the hell in. What did Liv Morgan ever get handed by making it to the top right where she is today? What did Liv Morgan ever get handed by making it to the top where she is today? Exactly. She worked for every damn thing from the top to bottom. Worked for everything. Roman and Liv will leave WrestleMania as champion. Yeah, hopefully, but I hope hopefully they could, but then again, like I said, man, we can't leave Raquel out the loop. Liv Morgan needs to watch out for Raquel. Because I'm pretty sure Raquel is going to turn on Liv Morgan. I'm pretty sure Raquel is going to turn on Liv Morgan. So don't be so sure Liv Morgan is going to win. But I hope Liv Morgan win. But I'm not so sure about it because Raquel is in the mix. Bro, you shouldn't speak existence like that, man. Bro, who the fuck are you coming in my chat talking shit? Who are you? Who are you? Okay, let me block you, goofy ass. Let me go in and get you out of here, man. Shit, just come on my chat, just shit for no reason. I don't know this dude. Fuck out of here, man. I blocked him. Exactly. Coming in my chat talking shit, and he got a profile of North and another muscle bound man. Get your goofy ass out my chat. And when they call me gay, but you got a damn profile picture of, know what I'm saying, a muscle bound dude. He probably low key like me. Get your goofy ass out my damn chat, nigga. I don't swing it that way. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Um, so I'm pretty sure Liv is going to choose Stephanie, but what I think is Raquel may turn on Liv. I see it happening, man. And I did a video. Check it out on my video page. I did one earlier today that Liv Morgan. I did it yesterday that Liv Morgan needs to watch out for Raquel. Check it out. I did it yesterday. So I can't believe Liv Morgan cried though. But like I said, I know Liv Morgan is going to choose Stephanie. She has to choose her now. She have to. She have to. And for Liv Morgan, and for Stephanie Valkyrie reaching like that, Liv Morgan, I want Liv Morgan to win. Well, hold on. Don't get wrong, nothing wrong. I would want Liv Morgan to win, but the thing is, Liv Morgan win, that opens up the door for Raquel to come after Liv Morgan. And then Raquel, let's say when Liv Morgan and Raquel wrestle off the third time, face off for the third time for the women's world title. Raquel is going to beat Liv Morgan for the third time. And I don't want that. I want Liv Morgan to get a redemption match against Raquel by pinning her for the first time of her career. And the story ends with Liv Morgan beating Raquel for the women's world title. That's what I would rather have. I would rather for it to go that way. I think it's time to push Raquel. She looks real dominant. I hope she costs Liv, making it interesting. Okay, I disagree with that, but I tell you what, if it happens, I hope Liv Morgan, like I said, get a redemption match off Raquel by pinning her for the first time of her career, and she takes the title off Raquel in a hard-fought match. But she wins the title for Raquel and walk out a a three-time women's world champion. But yeah. So nah, man, I gotta, Stephanie Valkyrie, you know what I'm saying? She definitely gets no pass for that. And Liv Morgan gets no pass for crime. Okay, let me get another goofy out my chat. Alright. Just blocked another goofy. Liv Morgan can learn some toughness from Steve Blackman and Ken Shamp. Yeah, Liv Morgan needs to toughen up, man. You know me, I'm brutally honest. I am brutally honest. And this is coming from this is coming from one of Liv Morgan's toughest fans telling her to to toughen up. Toughen up. You too damn soft. How you let somebody make you cry with false information? No, hell no. That's why I got to go in on Liv Morgan too, and I'm one of her biggest fans. And then let's not forget that time she's gonna make a fan apologize to Roxanne Perez. I said before, that's soft behavior from her and Roxanne Perez. And now here you go crying from some false information that Stitch Valkyrie said to you in Spanish. Yeah, Liv Morgan needs to toughen up, man. And like I said, she's gonna make a fan apologize to Roxanne Perez. You supposed to be a heel. You supposed to ignore that fan. And the fan didn't really say nothing bad to Roxanne, but just telling her to get up because he wanted her to win the match. And Roxanne Perez got smart with him. So nah, man, yeah, Liv Morgan needs to toughen up. Making a fan apologize to Roxanne Perez. Now here you go crying to State Valkyrie to false information that she, you know what I'm saying, said to you in Spanish. I found out what Stephanie said to her in Spanish because they translated it in English on Facebook what Stephanie Valkyrie said to Liv Morgan. Yeah, Liv Morgan needs to toughen up, man. Now they're gonna be fans, and now I got to see wrestling fans going in on her and you know what I'm saying, clowning her for that shit. She's gonna get clowned for that now. Stop, bro. Stop. Stop with the bullshit. Liv Morgan has been elevated. Liv Morgan has been elevated. Liv Morgan been developed. You reaching at this point. You reaching at this point. That's what we're not about to do here, my guy. That's what we're not about to do here. You cannot be a fan of Liv Morgan all you want to. But what we're not about to do is sit up here and discredit her and say that she haven't involved at all. No, that's what we're not about to do over here, bro. That's what we're not about to do over here. That's what we're not about to do over here. Now, not in my comment section, because I'm a huge fan of Liv Morgan. So you can miss me with that shit. Liv Morgan definitely has been improved. Like I said, if you're not a Liv Morgan, if you're not a fan of Liv Morgan, fine, to each his own. But what we're not about to do is say she hasn't, you know what I'm saying, improved. She hasn't been improved, rather. You may not be you may not be a Liv Morgan fan, but I'm one of Liv Morgan biggest fans. So that's what we're not about to do is downplay her. Yeah, they do, man. They do. They do. They do. They do. Stephanie Valkyrie definitely got to hold his L because she told a whole damn lie. She told a whole lie. The fuck you mean Stephanie hasn't improved? And I'm more mad about Liv Morgan fucking crying. She fucking crying. And my feelings. Like I said, if you're not a fan of Liv Morgan, fine. But what we're not about to do, what I'm not about to do, is let you discredit her. That's all I'm saying. You said what you said, and I'm disagreeing because first of all, it's not true. I'm not in my feelings. None of my feelings at all. What? I'm not supposed to defend her because of what you said? Come on, man. Stop. No, I'm not. I'm not in my feelings. Anyway, Liv character involved in her mindset improved 4 years later and still getting better. Exactly. Thank you, Uber Thanos. Thank you. I'm not in my feelings. So yeah, Liv Morgan got she got to take this L for this one, man. You cried the certified cure giving you soft information. Okay, once again, like I said, you said what you said to me, and I had the right to defend her. You said she wasn't good. You said she never improved. So I'm supposed to just sit there and not say nothing. I'm not supposed to defend her when I'm a fan of Liv Morgan. It goes hand in hand. You're not gonna let me say nothing about your favorites that you like if I came in your comment section saying they weren't good or they're a terrible wrestler. You're gonna defend them, right? So I'm doing the same thing for Liv Morgan. That's it, man. You can feel how you feel, but you said it on my video, so I'm not supposed to say nothing back and defend Liv Morgan when I'm a fan of hers. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we can agree to disagree. That's fine. But you came in my comment section saying that about her, so I had the right to defend her. It won't me being in my feelings. But anyway, so yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. Liv Morgan got to definitely hold his L this time. How you cry to somebody to give you false information, knowing everything that you clawed and scratched your way through to get to the top and be one of the biggest stars in the WWE Women's Division today, and a two-time Women's World Champion. I want to say she's a five-time Women's Tag Team Champion, if I'm not mistaken. How can you let somebody discredit your resume like that, Liv Morgan, when everything you got, you earned it? Well, like I said, man, you said what you said. I'm not in my feelings. I defended her. I defended her. So it won't me being in my feelings. I'm telling you how to speak in my comment section. You said what you said, and I defend. I'm not telling you how to speak in your comment section. I ain't tell you how to speak. You just said what you said, and I came back and defended her. That's it. I don't care how you speak in your comment section. I don't care how you speak in my comment section. But if you're going to discredit Liv Morgan, I got the right to defend her. You can leave, man, because I see where this is going. You can kindly exit my channel. Because all I did was defend her. I won't get offended about nothing. Exactly why I don't communicate with a lot of wrestling fans like that. But anyway, okay, that's cool, man. Hey, look, bro, feel how you feel. Okay, if that's how you feel, fine, fine, fine. I don't remember you saying that you want to see somebody else in as the champion. I don't remember you saying that. Maybe I overlooked something. I didn't see you say that. But it's all good, man. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not one of the wrestling fans that get mad and think you supposed to like the same wrestlers that I like. You know, you like who you like, I like who I like, and that's it. Not gonna argue with nobody about their favorites. And I wasn't doing that with you. You said what you said, and I just defended Liv Morgan. That's it, man. I'm not here to argue about wrestlers. If you want to see somebody as champion, look, man, I get it. Cool, cool. It's all good. I'm not here to argue neither, man. I never was arguing. I never was arguing. You took what I said out of context. You know, you felt like I was in my feelings. I was just letting you know I was defending her. We good though, man. We good. I'm not mad. Hope all is well. But anyway, man, and you see what I'm saying about Liv Morgan right now for crying to Stephanie Valkyrie. You see what I'm saying? You see him going in on her. All right, bet. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to. It's up to you. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm not like that, man. You know, I do wrestle talk over here and I give my take, whether people disagree or not. But if you're gonna say something about my favorites, discredit my favorites, I have the right to defend them. I can't just let anybody just say they trash or something like that when I'm a fan of them. What would that make me? That would make me a fake fan, right? So I'm not gonna do that. But they don't have to be a fan. If they feel like they trash, okay. But if they say it to me, I'm not gonna sit there and just let them say that and not say nothing back. I'm gonna defend them. That's all it is, man. Listen, man. You know I'm not like these other childish wrestling fans get mad if you're not a fan of the same wrestler that I'm a fan of. It's childish. But like I said, man, Liv Morgan she needs to toughen up. She needs to grow some backbone. You remain like this, Liv, wrestlers are going to walk all over you. Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Natalia are my top three. But like, man, so we're gonna see how it all plays out with Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Valkyrie at WrestleMania. So like I said, once again, Liv Morgan needs to toughen up. She's soft and I don't like it. She needs to toughen up. She needs to toughen up. So I putting that aside finally. Let's talk about Maxine Dupree attacking Natty tonight. Let's talk about Maxine Dupree finally getting her get back at Natty tonight. Well, it all started off in the women's triple threat match with Natty versus Bayley versus Asuka in the women's triple threat match for whoever got qualified for the women's elimination chamber. In all honesty, I more so went for Natty. But I went for Bayley and Asuka too because they're two of my favorites, just like Natty is. So I couldn't leave none of them out. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed some backup picks for the women's elimination chamber. Right now, no. Alexa Bliss is my top main pick that I want to win the limit. Alexa Bliss is my top main pick that I want to win the women's elimination chamber. And now, I got TV Stratton as my backup pick, and Oscar is one of my backup picks. Although I don't like the way Oscar has been treating Kyrie Sane. Ready for Kyrie Sane to turn on her. Like I said, Oscar's still one of my favorites, and Kyrie Sane one of my favorites too. So Oscar's now one of my backup picks. But in all honesty, Natty should have won that match. Natty should have won. Look at the new character they gave her. Natty got this new legit badass character. She should have went over and won. Natty should have went over and won and got qualified for the women's elimination chamber that match. Natty should have definitely went over and won in this match and got qualified for the women's elimination chamber. She definitely should have won it. That's what I'm talking about with Triple H and WWE Creative. Gave Natty this solid badass character. I even like Natty's new theme song tonight. Man, Natty came out there like the damn female Terminator. She came out there like the female, you know what I'm saying, Terminator. So, if I'm being honest, Natty should have won and went over in this match and got qualified for the women's elimination chamber. She should have won it more than anybody. She should have won. So yeah, I more so wanted Natty to win. I more so wanted Natty to win, but I went on ahead and added Bailey and Oscar too because they're two of my favorites, just like Natty. Although I like Natty better than both of them, so I went on ahead and went for them too. So now Oscar's going to have to be one of my backup picks right along with Tiffany Stratton. And Alexa Bliss is my top main pick, who I want to win most of all. Yeah, man, Natty should have went over in this match. Gave her this legit badass character. Natalya got a badass theme. Shit, Natty's like the female Terminator now. And you mean to tell me she don't win this match and get qualified for the women's elimination chamber? No. No. So I was kind of low-key mad. But I couldn't just go against Bailey and Oscar like that because, like I said, they're two of my favorites just like Natalya is too. So I couldn't leave them out the loop like that. They won't make me a real fan of either one of them. So now Oscar's going to have to be one of my backup picks, right along with Tiffany Stratton, just like I said. But Natty should have won. She would have fit perfect in that match. So that's the shit I be talking about with WWE. They don't know when to pull the trigger with these wrestlers. So Oscar went over. It was a great women's triple threat match, and Natalya was very impressive in that match. Natty was definitely impressive in that match. She was very impressive. Yeah, she didn't get pinned, and I'm glad they didn't do that. Cause that right there, if Natty would have got pinned, you might as well say she got buried. You might as well should have said she got buried fast. If she would have got pinned in that match, with the new character, with that new legit badass character they gave her, you might as well say Natty got buried. She got buried fast. So yeah, at least yeah, she didn't get pinned. I'm glad she didn't get pinned because I probably would have been I definitely would have been mad. I would have been kind of mad. No, I would have been mad because why have her to take the damn pinfall when she got this new character? So yeah, I would have been pissed. But nah, man, Natty should have got added to the elimination chamber. I don't. That's nah. Nah. I Natty should have been in it. She needed to be in this match. She needed to be in this match. She should have been in there. That's what I'm talking about. They don't know, they show favoritism. See what I mean? They show favoritism. They don't know who to they know to pull the trigger, but they just choose not to because they show favoritism. So Natty lost the match. So after Natty was walking to the back, Maxine Dupree came from behind and viciously attacked her. I ain't gonna say viciously attacked her, but she attacked her. So Natty and Maxine Dupree was going at it. So when Maxine Dupree attacked Natty and they broke it up, Natty, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, wasn't, you know what I'm saying, was enraged and ran to, I ain't say was enraged, but she was pissed off and she ran towards Maxine Dupree and the referees grabbed her. So yeah, Maxine Dupree came out and she attacked Natty from behind. Maxine Dupree came out, she attacked Natty. So Maxine Dupree is one of my favorite female wrestlers. So anyway, when Maxine attacked Natty, she you know what I'm saying, she was putting a pretty good beating on Natty at one point. Then they broke it up. I said pretty good beating, but she was, and when she attacked Natty, she was beating on Natty, and the referees came out and broke it up, and Natty jerked loose and tried to ran towards Maxine, and they broke it up again. So I'm gonna go in and say it. Please give me Natty versus Maxine Dupree at WrestleMania 42. That would be one of the perfect matches on the WrestleMania 42 card. That would, you know what I'm saying? That would be one of the, you know what I'm saying? That would be one of the perfect matches on the WrestleMania card for sure. You know what I'm saying? Please give me Natty versus Maxine Dupree at WrestleMania 42. That would be one of the perfect matches on the WrestleMania card. Yeah, night one. Yeah, night one is perfect. Yeah, night one. Hell, that could be the first match they start us off with. That could be the first match. That could be the first match they start us off with. First match. Don't even have to be for a title, but things would have cooked even more if it was for the women's IC title. But of course, Triple H had to give it back to Becky Lynch. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch don't need a title. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel, bro, and turn on my notifications. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch don't need a title. Cause I'm already pushing the agenda of me wanting Natty to become the women's IC champion. I said subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh, you said but. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so we get Natty versus, so if we could have got Natty versus Maxine Dupree at WrestleMania 42 for the women's IC title, that would have cooked, man. And I would have Natty to win the women's IC title from Becky Lynch. Then build a story between Natty and Maxine Dupree going into WrestleMania 42 for the women's IC title. And they face off at WrestleMania 42 for the women's IC title. And Maxine Dupree wins it. She wins it. But then again, hold on. I would have Natty to retain at WrestleMania, and Maxine, I'll continue the feud. And Maxine Dupree will win it from Natty at WrestleMania Backlash. That's what I would do. The second time they wrestle, I would have Maxine Dupree to finally win it from Natty at WrestleMania Backlash. Yeah, that's what I would do. Natty retains it at WrestleMania 42, but then when they face off again for the women's IC title, I would have Natty to win it from. I would have Maxine Dupree to win it from Natty at WrestleMania Backlash in a hard fought match, and she walks out. You know what I'm saying? The new two-time women's IC champion. That's how I would do it. Because I think Maxine Dupree winning it from Natty at WrestleMania would be too soon. Because I wouldn't want Natty to have no short title run with that title. But so putting that aside, so yeah, hopefully we get Natty versus Maxine Dupree at WrestleMania 42. So putting that aside, um, we started off Raw tonight with the Division coming out. It was dull as hell. It was funny when the Usos came out there playing their theme music and Paul Heyman got frustrated and told the crowd to shut the hell up and turn the damn music up. Whatever he said, that shit was funny. It was funny as hell. So Paul Heyman came out there, doing a promo, and doing a promo. So so pretty much that was it, man. And then tonight we got I talked about Natty. And we had we had the triple threat match with Javon Evans, with Dominic Mysterio versus Javon Evans versus Gunther. And Javon Evans won. But I like the trick that Dominic did in that match to distract what got Gunther caught. Dominic's a good cheater, man. He cheat pretty good. I like what he did. He definitely pulled an Eddie Guerrero. He's been watching Eddie. He's been watching he's been watching Eddie when he was a kid. That shit was funny what he did. That shit was funny what he did to Gunther. Took the hammer out and purposely gave it to Gunther, and Gunther picked it up, and the referee thought Gunther was about to hit Dominic with the hammer, the ring bell I meant. And Ray Phoenix came out of nowhere and hit Gunther with the ring bell. So Javon Nevers ended up capitalizing, and he pinned Dominic, and now he's qualified for his first ever elimination chamber match. So that's what's up, Javon Evans. He got it done. He got it done. Oh yeah, and LA Knight, the Usos and LA Knight had a tag match against Division. So the Division won. Division won, whatnot. And after the match, it was funny when Logan Paul was talking shit to the. Yeah, I heard what Kevin Nash said about Javon Evans. Yeah, Kevin Nash need to go on somewhere, man. Javon Evans, he's a talented star. Javon Evans is talented, man. Javon Evans one of my favorites, but I like him. He's talented. So what Kevin Nash said, he going somewhere, man. I never liked Kevin Nash anyway. And I remember what he said about Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, talking about when both of them became world champion. That's when wrestling. I was like, y'all remember what Kevin Nash said about Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero when they became champions? Talking about when both of them became world champions. That's when wrestling died. I was like, shut the fuck up, Kevin Nash. Because both of them were better champions than you ever were. That's why Vince McMahon and them put the title right back on Bret Hart, because you didn't draw no money as the World Wrestling Federation champion. So shut the hell up. I never liked Kevin Nash anyway back in his wrestling days. I never liked Kevin Nash in WWF or WCW. But anyway, Javon Evans got it done. He got it done. So I'm happy for him being in his first ever elimination chamber match. Congratulations, Javon Evans. Congratulations. He got it done. Yeah, yeah. Bret Hart was his best opponent. Not to say he didn't have pretty good matches with Shawn Michaels, and he also had a pretty good match with Owen Hart. Owen Hart carried Kevin Nash. In fact, all three of them carried Kevin Nash. Bret Hart carried him. Bret Hart carried him. Owen Hart carried him, and Shawn Michaels carried him. But Bret Hart made him look better than what Shawn Michaels did, and Owen Hart too. With all due respect, Owen Hart, he wasn't never my favorites, but I've always liked Bret Hart better. But like I said, I've always have liked Owen Hart. Owen Hart, he wasn't never my favorite, but I've always liked him. But I've always liked Bret Hart better. And I ain't go against Bret Hart for nobody in WWF. But the fact of the matter is, man, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Nash just need to shut the hell up. Cause like I said, I remember what he said about Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. When those are two more wrestlers that you would have had a chance to wrestle, they would have carried you. Well, he wrestled Benoit before, I think. He wrestled Chris Benoit. I think Chris Benoit carried him. Eddie Guerrero would have carried him. Like I said, that's exactly what I'm saying. Vince McMahon had Bret Hart to win the title back from Kevin Nash because Kevin Nash didn't draw no money as the World Wrestling Federation champion. So like I said, shut the hell up, Kevin Nash. You can't be talking. You can't be talking. But man, so Javon Evans got qualified. So like I said, man, congratulations to Javon Evans being in his first ever Elimination Chamber match. So so let's get back to the 6-man tag match. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this video to a close. The 6-man tag match, the Usos and LA Knight versus Division. It was a decent back and forth match, but at the end, it was a pretty decent back. It was a good back and forth match, pretty good back and forth match. Well, uh, at the end, Division won, and Logan Paul went outside, mouthing off at Michael Cole and Corey Graves, and he said, "You run your mouth." Whatever he told them, they run their mouth too much, and then out of nowhere, he got curb stomp on the table. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. I was like, nah, you run. No, I was like, nah, you run your mouth too much. You run your mouth too damn much. You run your mouth too much. That's why you got curb stomped. Exactly why you got curb stomped. So that shit was funny as hell. That was funny. So and they had a little segment with Natalia talking about the Elimination Chamber when she should have been the person to win. She should have been the person to win. And Gunther was talking about the Elimination Chamber, including Bayley was talking about it too, and Oscar was talking about it, of course, and Gunther and the Dominic. And the night we had Kairi Sane and Oscar backstage with Rio, also known as Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, but they call themselves Rio. Now their new tag team name is Rio. That's not a bad name neither. I don't care for Rhea Ripley, but Io Sky is one of my favorites. But I will say I like that tag team name. It's pretty unique. Rio. Yeah, Rio. It's pretty unique. So so the Kabuki Warriors were backstage with Io Sky and Kairi Sane, also known as Rio. Now the tag team name Rio. So once again, same thing. Oscar is bossing Kairi Sane around, and I don't like it. She keeps torturing Kairi Sane, and I'm ready for Kairi Sane to finally snap and turn on Oscar and brutally attack her. I mean, brutally beat the shit out of her, man. Brutally beat the shit out of her. It's time. And I'm sick of them keep waiting to pull the trigger with Kyrie Sane. Go ahead and pull the trigger with Kyrie Sane. Stop waiting. I'm tired of seeing Kyrie Sane get tortured by Oscar. And make no mistake about it, Oscar's one of my favorites. Oscar and Kyrie Sane are two of my favorites. The Kabuki War is one of my favorite tag teams, so Oscar and Kyrie Sane are two of my favorites, but I don't like the way Oscar has been torturing Kyrie Sane. I don't like it. Kyrie Sane and Oscar are two of my favorites, but I do like Kyrie Sane better. And like I said, I don't like the way Oscar has been torturing Kyrie Sane. It's time that come to an end. So hopefully next Monday, they finally, you know what I'm saying, hopefully next week, hopefully next Monday, Kyrie Sane finally snap on Oscar. Hopefully next Monday, Kyrie Sane finally snap on Oscar. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thanks everybody for watching my video. Y'all could be anywhere else right now, but y'all chose to be here and watch me, and I feel thankful for that. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Thanks everybody for being a part of my live tonight. And with that being said, it's your boy Hitman D, and I'm gonna sign out.